Murrow College is one of the flagship colleges within the university, named, of course, for our illustrious alum, Edward R. Murrow. It is nationally and internationally recognized for its communication education. And so it plays a role not just in the life of students at Washington State University, but also in the life of the university itself.
If you look at the service that Edward R. Murrow did to democracy, it's almost incalculable, because he took down Joe McCarthy, who would have been an early day Trump had people not had better sense. And I think that Americans finally recognized Joe McCarthy, in large part because of Murrow's efforts, but also because after the trials that the nation had been through in World War II, we recognized the value of truth. And I think that we've kind of forgotten that.
I think our Murrow Symposium is a great example of trying to carry on the legacy of Murrow, not just through educating students, but also by educating the public and having public discussions about the state of media, both from a technological and an ethical standpoint. I think those are incredibly important for a broader public that we engage in those conversations.
Journalism is essential to democracy. I think the foundation of democracy is truth. If we can't believe in what people say, if we can't hold people accountable for not telling the truth, then we don't have any foundation at all. It's just a bed of sand that we're trying to walk through, and without truth to support policies, they don't mean anything.
If you look at autocratic states where we don't have civil liberties, where we see totalitarian regimes, the press is one of the first places to go. If you don't have a free press, you don't have democracy. So journalism is critically important, not just here, but globally. And journalism writ large in the sense that we have to have a free press. We have to be able to report unencumbered by government interference. Otherwise, democracies fall apart.
I think the struggles that we're having with our own democracy in the United States all reflect the growing power of falsehoods. Good people have been led astray by arguments that are not based on truth, and we've already seen terrible consequences. We've already seen terrible consequences here in the United States, and certainly what we see every day in Ukraine is an abomination. And in both countries, the big lies have so far won the day.
Well, there's been efforts to demonize the press for since the inception of newspapers, particularly in this country. But we've seen it at a peak in the last 5 to 10 years. But we've seen not just journalism being demonized, but we've seen the undermining of faith in all of our institutions. We see decreased faith in the presidency. We see decreased faith in Congress. We see people questioning education itself. People questioning laws that were passed 50 to 100 years ago that are founding principles.
The true value of journalism has never been more apparent in my lifetime. I think that people do understand that the truth matters, and at some level, even those who are susceptible to the big lie understand that.
if I'm concerned about the future of journalism, I'm concerned about the future of democracy. And I think there are questions about what that future looks like for all of us here individually, in individual states, nationally, domestically, but also globally. I think there are concerns about what the future of democracy and therefore the future of journalism looks like. I think that people want news, people want truth, that there is always a need and there will always be a need for journalism.
I'm hoping that the role of journalism will become more respected again, and it will save the day, but it's by no means certain, and I am concerned about our future if journalism doesn't prevail.